Okay guys, fresh off the heels of my Galaxy Tab 10.1 review, I'm going to give you all an overview of some tips and tricks that I've learned in my week or so with the Galaxy Tab, mainly just going over Honeycomb. Because there's, even if you're familiar with Android, there's quite a different way to get to certain menus in Honeycomb, and you know, if you're not familiar with Android, this shit is just an entirely new universe, foreign language to you in some cases. So we will start with the very basics. We'll start with covering what's available on the home screen, starting with the top left. You see it up there, it says Google. If you push the search button, you get a search option. So now we search Honeycomb, or excuse me, the keyboard itself is thumb keyboard. I'll put a link to it in my review. So now we search, then you press go or whatever your respective enter button is on the browser or keyboard that you're using, and you're searching. The microphone next to it, take a guess what that is. It is a microphone. Bam, bitch. It is a microphone. Just talk like you are an anchor man. Apps, that's pretty straightforward. This is going to be your apps. If you tap on the holographic symbol on the left or right hand sides, it will push you over to the other side. You can also swipe. You can press my apps, and these are only the ones that I've downloaded. So all is showing everything downloaded and stock. So you can see Advanced Task Manager showing up in my downloaded, or excuse me, all. So is the browser. I go to my apps, browser's not going to show up. It actually, I just noticed this myself, it looks like it's showing them in the order that you installed them. I'm not quite sure why it's showing ADW, then Sports Tab, then Tango. It kind of looks like the order I installed the apps in. A new thing in Honeycomb that wasn't available in prior versions of Android is if you're in My Apps, or if you're just holding down an application that you downloaded. Let's see what I'm willing to part with here. So I'm holding down Google Earth. This is an app that I downloaded. You can go up to remove. There, it's going to uninstall it for you. So you don't have to go into the market anymore if you're running a stock version of Android. You can just go into your applications menu, drag it up, remove. But you can only do that obviously with downloaded applications. If I try to take my browser up there, I hope to God it doesn't. Nope, it just gives me an I. We'll drag it over the I and let go. Application info. Alright, that's a new one. I just learned that. See if we can do that with the Advanced Task Manager, a downloaded application. Drag it over the I. This is the application information. It'll show you the storage data. It'll let you clear the cache, for instance, with the browser. Home screen again. Now that we're moving down, you do not always have to swipe. If you're in landscape mode, you see these little rectangles showing up on the edges. You can tap inside those edges, and it's going to bring you over to the next screen, so you don't have to swipe. Yeah, whatever. That's pretty nice though. To add a widget, we're going to stick with going with our top-down approach. Plus, now, you want me to blow your minds, people. Anytime you're in Android and you're confused, hold your finger. It's called a long press. And with the way the widgets work in Honeycomb, they're just going to drag and, you know, however many they can fit on the screen. You can't just fit. It's going to go over. Now I'm on this screen because that's got the biggest border around it compared to the other screens. If I just tap on a widget, it's going to show up over there. Oh, so I've got, this is beautiful widgets. I've selected a specific function, so it's giving me options on what I want that function to be. We'll tap the weather. Change log for the weather. Okay, thanks. Save and apply, sure. Email we'll add. Google Market. and we'll add YouTube. Trying to get over there. I got a lot of applications installed. It sucks that every application takes up you can have 20 widgets in one application like I have with the beautiful widgets, and it takes up 5 rows of widgets. So that's kind of a pain in the ass, but nothing we can do about that right now, other than a trick I'll show you. So, here we go. We got beautiful widgets going. If I tap the browser, bam. Now, that's not Honeycomb, that's beautiful widgets. It's an application that I like. It costs some money though, so if you're cheap, you won't have that really cool forecast feature. YouTube, if you don't know by now, you can slide these videos down. You can also bring them back up. Slide it down. Whoa, I want that back. Oh, there it is. If you are running Honeycomb 3.1, which you can find out, let me show you how to tell if you're running 3.1. Tap this little guy. Tap this little guy again. Go to settings. Go to about tablet. And here you can see very fuzzily I'm running 3.1 right here. If yours says 3.0 or 3.0.1, do yourself a favor, try pressing system updates and then push update. There may be nothing it's going to ask you to check. Hit OK. If you're on a, I don't know, Acer Iconia, I don't think those are going to have an update to 3.1 available. This is what you'll see. Press OK and pray that eventually you get the update, because it does fix some bugs, makes it run a little bit faster. But most importantly, the 3.1 update gives you resizable widgets. Resize that bitch. Oh, I want it thinner. I want it thinner. There we go. There we go. So, as far as I know, I'm sure there's things that I'm forgetting, but this is the biggest thing for me is the resizable widgets. Alright, Honeycomb tips and tricks, guys. I'm going to show you another very, very, very important one. This one you want to write down. Browser. Go into the address bar. Let me close that. I got 2 tabs open. Address bar. About, colon, DEB UG, about colon debug, no spaces. Go. What this does, the big thing that this does, is it allows you to change your UI string. If you're not familiar, that's the user agent. It's what your browser is telling a website. It's the device that your browser is telling the website that you're on. So if you're on an iPhone, your iPhone is telling this website, I'm on an iPhone, give me an iPhone specific page. But we're on a tablet. But we're on an Android tablet. So you need to go to your debug menu. Now that you've typed in about debug, you need to go to UAString, user agent, and you see we got a few options here: Android, desktop, iPhone, iPad, Froyo N1, Froyo Nexus 1. The default is Android. Now apparently the Honeycomb Android string and the pre-Honeycomb Android string is different, but no browser realizes the difference, so it gives you the mobile version. Press desktop. Forget the iPad. Just go to desktop. That's the biggest tip you will probably get from this entire video. Now when you go to, for instance, the NY Times, you're going to get the full page. You're not going to get some dumbed down mobile version. Everybody remembers when the iPhone came out and we had the full web. Well, it wasn't really the full web, it was a mobile version of the full web, and it was pretty nice at the time, but now we want the full web. We got 10-inch screens. We're not working with 3.5-inch screens all day anymore. And speaking of full web, let me show you Flash on the browser. I'm just going to show you one trick about how to work with Flash First I gotta find a flash page. So let me go to my default flash games. Flash games. These are addicting flash games. This is a good thing. Do not be upset when you see that. That means that you have set flash to be on demand. You do so by pressing the menu, settings, advanced, enable plugins, on demand. When you install Flash, or your tablet's probably going to come pre-installed with Flash, it's going to be on always on. Set it to on demand. That way Flash isn't going to take up resources just because they want to show you, let's see, what do they want to show us this time? Target. They want to show us Target, and they want to show us the Motorola Atrix. You want to be a smart cookie? If you want to be a smart cookie, set your plugins to on demand. One other thing, now that I've enabled the debug menu and I've set the UAString to desktop, it's okay to still, because I've scrolled down the page, I'm going to push this arrow on the tab. That's going to bring me my address bar. No matter where I am on the page, it goes away as I scroll. Press the arrow. Now I'm going to press About Debug again. That one does not stay in your history. They don't want you to know about it. It's conspiracy. Now I press About Debug one more time. Bam. All that dump V8 cache is going to be gone. Your debug menu over here is going to be gone. So if you're concerned with how clean it looks or not confusing, I still have my UAString set to desktop and I don't have my debug menu. But it can't hurt to keep your debug menu on. So that's personal preference. Just want to let you know this is tips and tricks. That is a tip. Let's see, what other tips do I got for you here, guys? If you were unaware, I'm opening up the camera here. Now this is the Samsung application of the camera, but you're going to look at something quite like this. Anytime you see a camera with a circling arrow around it, press it. Give it a shot. No, you can't see me. You can't see me. No. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use Google Video Chat, which I think is the #1 feature of Honeycomb. Right, let's see how I can get this set up. Let me try something over here. I'm on my computer over here. I'm going to sign into chat. There I see. That's myself. It's going to take probably a second to load. Be patient, be patient, be patient. There. I see myself. Don't look at my name, don't look at my name. Just look over here. We have the video function and the microphone. Just a voice chat function. If somebody doesn't have the video application installed on their computer or on their phone, perhaps, then they will only have the microphone application. You can still do free video chat. But I'm going to push the video button. We're going to call. This is what somebody signed into a browser is going to see. I'll answer that over here. I'm going to mute this. So you guys don't hear any feedback. We'll pop this window out. There we go. There's a little bit of lag, as you can tell, but we're video chatting right now. To me, that's pretty freaking special. I'm going to turn this volume down. Okay, we're in tips and tricks. I've pressed the volume button. I get this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, killed that feedback for you. What I am going for here is if you press this, now you get all of your, your media, your phone, your notifications, and your alarm clock. Another thing with the video chat is this little slider. If you slide it in, I still am not quite sure. but if you slide it in one way, it's just going to zoom. So you can see I'm sliding it on the tablet. You're looking at my computer screen right now, and it's zooming. If you slide it all the way over, what it does is it keeps you in the center. I think I might need to throw my background on. So that's what I'm broadcasting through my tablet. It's not working very well for whatever reason, but you can see on my computer it's trying to compensate, and it's trying to keep my face in the center of the screen. I might be moving too fast. I often have that problem. Fast like a cheetah after a 6-pack of beer. So that was the video chat application. Actually, let me show you one more thing in there, because this one's pretty cool. I'm gonna go answer it over here. Gonna show up, pop up. I'm gonna be centered. Let me take it off center. But now I can press these options. This is mute, the first one underneath the X, which ends it. I can press this reverse button, which is going to show my rear facing camera, and I can press this button, which starts up a chat. So I'm still in video chat, still chatting. You'll see over here, now I get my still. I can go back. Let me see how I'm going to get back, because I'm not quite sure. Alright, I'll just press the back button. Now I'm back to video chat. We'll end that on the device by pressing X. So that's your video chat, guys. YouTube, oddly enough, I don't think people have figured this out yet. Just wait. They figured this scrolling thing out. HTC Sense 3.0 lock screen. Let's take a look. Press this.
Hey there, everybody. Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and we are back to the Evo 3D.
Press this guy, these four corners, bam, full screen. And now I go back, and I'm still there. Video's still playing. I press comments. That's cool. Now I can scroll over to comments on that video. Alright. Another big thing, if it's a Honeycomb specific application, other than pressing the back button, what I've noticed, and this is true with the music application as well as some other Google specific apps, you have to press the application's name in the top left corner of the application. So for instance, if I open up right now, I'm going to open up the music application. M-U-S, 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 music. This is the update. So again, if you have a Honeycomb tablet or Honeycomb device, go to your market, update the music application. There's probably an update out there for you if you haven't done it already. Right now, so I just opened up the music application. I'll push play. The song's playing, I got the volume down. If I push back a couple times, I'm going to go back to the home screen. Well, that didn't work out as planned. Maybe I'm just thinking of my phone. But let's say we're in here, we're in my pink triangle mix, and I'm playing Obstacle 2 by Interpol. Great song. If I press just this home, it's going to take me right back to my pink triangle mix. So that's probably pretty intuitive and straightforward there. If you really have not played around with your device at all, you will not know that that microphone or that headphone icon shows up, and if you press it, you can change songs. Press it. One other thing that you may not know is that anything that's showing up next to your clock will show up when you press your clock. So if I had an email down here, I would have an email icon. I can press it. It would also show up here, and I can press X and clear out that notification, or in this case clear out the application, being music right now. One trick in Honeycomb is Google playing tricks on us. Look at that. No freaking auto rotate on the market. I don't know about you guys, that pisses me off. That's annoying. My apps, I probably got some updates, so hopefully I can show you how that works. Again, I pressed home, went to my apps. Now I'm here. Now I'll press back. Going back to my previous apps. I didn't have any updates. If I did, they would show up right here. These are all my installed applications, and these are all the applications that I purchased, but they turned out to be bustos, like Gmail Label Notifier. That does not work in Honeycomb. Just be forewarned. And Game Dev Story, that will suck your life up, so don't use that. Alright, let me show you how to sync your bookmarks with Chrome, because this is a really nice feature. Chrome automatically restores your stores your bookmarks, if you didn't know, if you're using Google Chrome on your computer. And so, as you will see, first is Gmail. Second is it's going to be a Better Dig. I won't name names here. The Hive does not like to be invaded. Then we have Twitter, Weather Channel, and Google Personal. Now when I open up Chrome on my computer, take a guess. Gmail, Dig's Alternative, Twitter, Weather Channel, Google Personal. It's pretty nifty. To be able to do that, you open up your browser. We're going to go to our settings. We're going to go to General. If you have not messed with the settings menu, mess with it. Sync with Chrome. It's pretty straightforward from there. Every application you ever open, mess with the settings menu. Even if you're running an old school application such as PS3 trophies. This is a pre-Honeycomb application. It's not currently a Honeycomb version, so you can see there's no settings button. Oddly enough, there's a refresh button. That's not settings, that's refresh. This is your menu button. So anytime you see this guy, don't be too confused. That just means that it's an older application. An application not built specifically for Honeycomb. But in the end, it does the same thing. You press the button, and instead of getting a drop down up here, you get a pop-up down here. Same thing, settings, bam. That's with every settings menu. Here's the first thing you should check. Update sometime. Right here. Update every 24 hours. No. We do not want auto updates. If you're complaining about battery life on your Android device to your friends, it's probably because you have updates in every application going every 30 minutes. Okay. Now we're running into some issues. There we go. The second biggest trick or tip. First one was UAString. This is the second one. This is the Ardeco, something like that, tablet stand. This thing is pretty sweet. It's fully adjustable, so I can make my tablet sit at whatever angle is comfortable for me. And it's compact if I want it to be. So it's a great traveling device. It's like $15. Sorry guys, we're just going to have to deal with some more shaky cam. It's about 15 bucks. Well worth it if you've spent over $400, which most of us have at this point because we have if you have a Honeycomb tablet. One neat little thing, this is just Android in general, but something that doesn't seem like most people know about. We're going to add an app shortcut. Nope, not app shortcut. We're going to add more. We're going to add a contact. And it's going to say, what contact do you want to add? Well, I want to add this dude right here. This guy's a crazy bastard. You do not want him as your contact. Trust me. So, now I have the contact. It's going to give you the latest Google Talk status if they have a Google Talk account. And when you click the picture, it's going to open up the contact details. You can text message, talk, Facebook, email, maps. Here's another little trick. If you're just new to Android in general, I'm going to press the email button. It's going to give me two options because I haven't set a default option yet. So that's the email button. It's going to say, what do you want to do? You want to compose it with Gmail or you want to compose it with email? I'm going to compose it with Gmail, and I only use Gmail, so I'm going to say use by default for this action. Now, guess what happens next time? Bam, 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 done. Alrighty, guys. Well,